वसुदेवसुतं देवं
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
देवकी परमानन्दं
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे
पुलारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः
Namo Namaha. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. The Mahabharata is part of, Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata. Mahabharata, the centerpiece of Mahabharata, Vishnu Sahasranama and Bhagavad Gita. Bhara means heavy. Mahabharata got its heaviness because of Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranama. If in Vedavyasa mentions that if all the scriptures are kept on one side of the pan and Mahabharata on the other side, Mahabharata weighs heavier. That is why that Mahabhara, it's extremely heavy. And if you put all scriptures of all religion on one side, Mahabharata weighs more. That pan weighs more. It is composed by Vedavyasa himself, Lord himself, before the event happened. About 600 years before the actual incident, in the mind, conceptualized that Vedavyasa conceptualized what was going to happen and what will going to happen. He composed Mahabharata. To compose Mahabharata, he wanted a right scribe, so he thought of Ganesha, and Ganesha said he would write down provided there is no interruption. And Vedavyasa put forth another condition: he should write only after understanding. Without understanding, he should not write. So, Vedavyasa started narrating Mahabharata at a stretch, and Ganesha used to keep up with that one. At times, Vedavyasa used to give a terse shloka. Even Ganesha, it made Ganesha to think, what did it mean? And so that message of Mahabharata also it says, when you are reading, not for just sake of reading, try to understand the inner meaning. That is another meaning of that one. I mentioned the story of Bhishmacharya. Bhishmacharya, he made vow that he won't get married so that his father Shantanu could marry Satyavati. And he got married, and because of his firm vow, the Bhishma Pratijna means intense vow. For that, earlier name of Bhishmacharya was Devavrata. Since he made that resolution, from the heaven, Akashavani, he heard the voice, Bhishma. Bhishma means great vow. One who had made a great vow, great sacrifice. And Satyavati, through Shantanu, Satyavati had two children. One is Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada, and when he was going in the forest, there was a Gandharva. Gandharva said, my name also is Chitrangada, your name also is Chitrangada, you cannot have the same name as mine. You have to change your name. This Chitrangada said, sorry, I am not going to change my name. And hearing that one, Gandharva said, then you fight with me. Chitrangada fought with that Gandharva, but he succumbed to the Gandharva Chitrangada and died. And Vichitravirya, he was had tuberculosis, and he was not capable. So Bhishmacharya decided to marry him off. He himself went to Kashi Raja. There was a Swayamvara was going to happen. Swayamvara, the three girls of Kashi Raja, daughters of Kashi Raja, Amba, Ambika and Ambalika. Bhishmacharya went there. There were many kings. Bhishmacharya, he took all three girls and said, if anyone dares to fight with me, come and fight. Everyone assembled there, all the kings, they fought with Bhishmacharya. Bhishmacharya single-handedly defeated them. Everyone was shocked to see the amazing valor of Bhishmacharya. Everyone retreated. Bhishmacharya took Amba, Ambika and Ambalika to Vichitravirya. And Amba said she had liked another person. So when she mentioned Bhishma, let her go. Amba, in fact, was a virginal wife of Bhishmacharya. Bhishmacharya's was one of the Vasus. Dyu, his original name, Dyu Vasu, original name, and his original wife was also Amba. They were born, but because of the curse, Amba once, as a Dyu's wife, she wanted the Kamadhenu from Vasishta's ashram. Dyu, hearing his wife, he wanted to take that cow by force, and along with his 7 brothers, and the Vasishta cursed them. Since you are taking the cow by force, may you all be born in on the earth, and may you and Amba be separated. So when all 8 brothers pleaded, Vasishta said, all 7 will be born for a few moments, few hours. You can come back after that, but one has to take on the life of other 7. So 7 plus 100, 800 years. Bhishmacharya lived on the earth for 800 years because of the curse. Amba, though original wife, she could not stay with Bhishmacharya because of the curse. And Amba, Bhishmacharya sent Amba back to her as per her wish. And when she went back to the person she liked, he rejected her. Since you were taken by Bhishmacharya, and I won't accept you. When Amba came back, and asked Bhishmacharya to marry, Bhishmacharya said he had already taken a vow of celibacy, he could not marry. So Amba decided to take a revenge. She did an intense tapas to kill Bhishmacharya, which I told in the story. Earlier I mentioned that one. Now, through Vichitravirya, because of the tuberculosis, he also died. So Bhishmacharya wanted right hair to continue the lineage. So Satyavati, his stepmother, she prayed to Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa appeared and he said, these two daughters, Ambika and Ambalika, may they come near him and he will bless them. And Vedavyasa said, may both of them do intense vrata for 1 year so that noble children will be born. Satyavati said, there is no time to do tapas, austerity for 1 year. She wanted immediate result. So Vedavyasa said, the Ambika and Ambalika, they should not be scared of seeing him. First, Ambika came near Vedavyasa, looking at his intense form. She got scared and closed her eyes. Resulted in the birth of Dhritarashtra. Since she closed her eyes, he was born blind. The second child. So Ambalika went, and Satyavati had told her not to close the eyes. Ambalika got so scared to look at Vedavyasa, she got so frightened and got parched and resulted in the birth of Pandu. Pandu is the one with all the very fair and very pale complexion. Very pale complexion, because she was so scared. So Satyavati requested Vedavyasa and for another chance, and she asked Ambika and Ambalika to go again. But both of them said, we are so scared we can't go. So Satyavati both of them requested their maid servant to go. Maid servant went there with devotion. And since she was not scared, the birth of Vidura was born. So noble, so virtuous. Whatever is the frame of the mind of the mother, so is the frame of the children. This mother, Mahabharata talks about that one. The mother's mental health is very important for the health of the child. If the mother herself is unstable, the children, it will show up in the mentality of the children. I will continue the story on this one next week. And this fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita we are covering. It is called as Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. The second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it's called as Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga. The third chapter is Karma Yoga. The fourth chapter is called as it's a synthesis of that one. Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Shri Krishna starts off with saying, this Bhagavad Gita is not the first time he has been telling. He has been telling this one time immemorial. Whenever there is a decline of knowledge and rise of the unrighteousness, he repeats this one Bhagavad Gita. Initially he taught this one to son, from there Manu to Ikshvaku. And this parampara, whenever the parampara is broken, he appears to revive the knowledge. The knowledge is any day is superior to the other things. Lord Shri Krishna says, the knowers, seekers of knowledge are extremely dear to him. Seekers of wealth are there. Many people, they are seeking only the prosperity. Shri Krishna says, higher than that one, he adores, he reveres people who are seeking the knowledge. Repeat after me. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam
योगम्
प्रोक्तवानः अव्ययम्
प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम्
विवस्वान् मनवे प्राह
विवस्वान् मनवे प्राह
मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्
मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्
एवं परम्परा प्राप्ता
एवं परम्परा प्राप्ता
राजर्षयो विदुः इमं राजर्षयो विदुः
इमं राजर्षयो विदुः
सकाले नेह महता
सकाले नेह महता
योगो नष्ट परन्तप
योगो नष्टः परन्तप
स एवायं मया तेद्य
एवायं मया तेद्य
योगप्रोक्तपुरातनः
योगप्रोक्ता पुरातनः
भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति
भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति
रहस्यं हेतुदुत्तमम्
रहस्यं हेतदुत्तमम्
Rahasyam is a secret. Uttama, highest of the secret, I will reveal it to you. Arjuna asked the question, counter question. You are my contemporary. How I should understand that you told this one to son? You are my contemporary. You are only 6 months, 7 months senior to me. You are born in the month of Shravana or Bhadrapada. I was born in Palguna. It's only 6-7 months difference. And how did you tell that one? Please tell me. Arjuna uvacha
अर्जुन उवाच
aparam bhavato janma
परं भवतो जन्म
param janma vivasvatah
परं जन्म विवस्वतः
कथमेतद् विजानीयाम्
कथमेतद्विजानीयाम्
त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवानिति
त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवानिति
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि
बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि
जन्मानि तव चार्जुन
जन्मानि तव चार्जुन
तान्यहं वेद सर्वाणि
नान्यहं वेद सर्वाणि
न त्वं वेत्त परन्तप
न त्वं वेत्त परन्तप
Bahuni, you and me have come many times. I know the past, I know the present, I know the future, but you don't know the past, you don't know the present, you don't know the future. That is the difference. Ajopi sanvyayatma
अजोऽपि सन्व्ययात्मा
bhutana ishwaropi san
भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन्
swa prakatim swamadhishtaya
प्रकृतिं स्वाम् अधिष्ठाय
sambhavam atmamayaya.
सम्भवामात्ममायया
Aja, ja means janma, a means no birth. Though I have no birth, I appear out of my own will, keeping the Prakriti as a medium, using the Prakriti as a medium, I appear time to time. Whereas for you, you are conditioned by Prakriti. You have no control when to come, when to go, which family to be born, which country to be in. You are helpless. Your coming and going is a helpless event. Whereas for me, out of my own accord, I come and go. Yada yada hi dharmasya
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
glanirbhavati bharata
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
abhyuttanam adharmasya
अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य
tadatmanam srijamyaham
तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्
paritranaya sadhunam
परित्राणाय साधूनां
vinashaya cha dushkritam
विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां
dharma samsthapanarthaya
धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय
sambhavami yuge yuge.
सम्भवामि युगे युगे
For us, managing our own life is difficult. Life is filled with full of complaint. That is not right, this is not right, that is, he is bad, she is bad. Every day is full of complaints. We have no freedom. Whereas the Lord, He says, we can't manage ourselves. We are helpless living like a creature. Helpless living. For the Lord, He comes out of freedom. And He comes only out of compassion to lift the good people. Paritrana, to look after the good people who are tormented in the heat of the life, to look after, to uplift them. He comes down time to time to look after, protect the dharma, to protect the righteousness. He appears to sambhavami yuge yuge. Time to time I appear to uplift the game of other people's life. People's mind has become droopy, depressed, and inward and selfish. To uplift the game of the people, to motivate them, inspire them, I come time to time. Janma karma cha me divyam,
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम्
evam yo veti tatvatah,
एवं यो वेति तत्त्वतः
tyaktva deham punarjanma,
त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म
naiti mameti sorjuna.
नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन
My coming and going is a divya, it is beyond the mental comprehension, and do not compare the Lord's coming and going like yours. One who understands this one, he or she will find the path of emancipation. Vitaraga bhaya krodha
वितराग भय क्रोध
manmaya mamupashritaha
धर्मया मामुपाश्रिताः
बहवो ज्ञानतपसा
बहवो ज्ञानतपसा
पूता मद्भावमागताः.
भूता मद्भावमागताः
Without raga means attachment, fear and anger. Manmaya, seek me alone. So without attaching yourself to the trivial things in your life, life is full of the corona problem. Now everywhere mental health issue, depression problem, anxiety problem across the world, and without fear, anger, and seek the Lord alone. Many people in the past have attained me through this approach. Ye yata mam prapadyante
येयता मां प्रपद्यन्ते
tam stataiva bhajamyaham
तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्
mama vartmano anuvartante
मम वर्तानु अनुवर्तन्ते
manushya partha sarvashah
मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः
काङ्क्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं
काङ्क्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं
यजन्ता इह देवताः
यजन्ता इह देवताः
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टा
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं
गुणकर्मा विभागशः
गुणकर्मा विभागशः
तस्य कर्तारमपि मां
तस्य कर्तारमपि मां
विद्याकर्तारमव्ययम्.
विद्यकर्तारमव्ययम्
The four classification of the noble people I created. It's a classification. These four categories are only for the noble people. Noble people, it's not everyone. Only for the Rakshasas and Asuras, there is no classification. Only who are treading the noble path, these four classifications are there. Not for the Rakshasas. Even Rakshasas are doing demons. They are doing the austerities. We see many corrupt people, wicked people, they also do lot of offering worships. That doesn't count. In Mahabharata, Duryodhana says he knew 3,000 mantras. He went to many rishis in mantra collection. Mantra collection, he had mastered 3,000 mantras. And in his house, always 365 days, always one or the other yajnas used to happen. Always fire ceremony. It doesn't classify going to the temple run or praying. If the intention is bad, you won't get the fruit. The first of all, you have to have a clear thinking, purify, then only your worship starts giving the right fruit. Otherwise, it will be like Ravana's worship, or it is like Duryodhana's worship. In Ramayana says, every morning for his Suprabhata, one or the other devatas used to come and tell the Suprabhata in the morning to wake him up. Even Narada used to go and wake him up by glorifying him. Even if the intention is there, even if you have a Suprabhata every morning, it won't pay any the right result. And the four classification of the noble people are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra are the framework of the mental framework. Brahmana is the one is thirsty for knowledge, forward looking, long range looking, and thirsty for knowledge is the Brahmana type. Kshatriya is the one, he is or she is good in administration, implementing the knowledge into converting the knowledge into action. Vaishya is the one mobilizing the resources so that the action, the knowledge can be translated well into action. Shudra is the one who is the support staff. These four types are needed for the health of the community. All four are equally important. No one is superior, no one is inferior. Brahmana is no superior to Shudra, or Shudra is no inferior to Vaishya. Everyone according to the mental temperament. Everyone is equal. Everyone is equally important in the organization. Four types are required for the success of organization: support staff, good marketing staff, good administrators, good forward thinker, the future thinker. All four are required for the success of the organization. Nobody is higher, nobody is inferior. For the success, all four are required for the success of the welfare of the society. All four are required. Shri Krishna says, all four, this classification, it is my sankalpa, my doing. Namam karmani limpanti,
Namam karmani limpanti.
name karma pale spruha,
Name karma pale spruha.
iti mam yo bijanati,
Iti mam yo bhijanati.
karma birna sabhadyate.
Karma birna sabhadyate.
Lord Shri Krishna says, though I made this classification, though I am engaged, karma doesn't bind me. And one who understands, Lord is always free. That person also get freed from the shackles of karma. You have to realize, Lord is not bound like me. Understanding that one, realizing the greatness of the Lord, one also starts unshackling himself or herself. Evam jnatva kritam karma
Evam jnatva kritam karma.
purvairapi mumukshubhihi
Purvairapi mumukshubhihi.
kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam
Kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam.
purve purvataram kritam.
Purvai purvataram kritam.
And like understanding this one, like great achievers of the past, you also do the great people who have achieved great things in your life, you follow their path. Kim karma kima karmeti
Kim karma kima karmeti.
kavayopi atra mohitaha
Kavayopyatra mohita.
tatte karma pravakshyami
Tatte karma pravakshami.
jnatva mokshase ashubhat
Yajnatva mokshase ashubha.
कर्मणो ह्यपि बोधव्यम्
Karmano hyapi bodhavyam.
बोधव्यं च विकर्मणः
Bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha.
अकर्मणश्च बोधव्यम्
Akarmanascha bodhavyam.
गहना कर्मणो गतिः
Gahana karmano gatihi.
कर्मणो ह्यपि बोधव्यम्. I will talk about karma, selfish karma, selfless karma, wrong karma and inaction. I will talk about four classification of karma, and because karma is not as easy as you think. Gahana, it is so deep. Understanding the implication of karma, even the great sages also confused. I will talk about selfish karma. Selfish karma is I-centered. What is in for me? When I want to give, I don't want to give anything because I want to keep it for myself and my family. When I expands and expands into we, that becomes selfless karma. That is why all Swamijis, when they are talking, they won't say I, they say we. Everything for us, not for I, not for me, us. The karma binds when my interest is only selfish interest. What is in for me? What is in for me? It binds. When the action becomes for we, the same action is unbinds. The same thing, when I do it for myself, I earn, I enjoy. It binds. When I do it for us, world is a whole one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudha means earth. Whole earth is one family. Everyone's welfare is my concern. Not only my concern. Everyone's interest is my concern. When I do the same karma, selfish worker, he may be working 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day, same amount of energy that person is exerting, and end of the day, that person feels miserable, disgruntled, unhappy in life. Whereas the selfless person, when works for everyone, whole world is my family, that person also may be working 18 hours, that person feels so much of joy and happiness, no tiredness. That person feels the freedom. Many people asked, while in India you are so busy, was it not very tiring? I said, when I was doing for others, when I was enjoying, I was not at all tired. I was drawing so much of energy from within. Had I been only concerned about my welfare and confined, worried about my own welfare, I am so worried, corona virus, that virus, and that restaurant, this restaurant. Only if I had done that one, my trip, if I had looked back, I would have thought I wasted 1 month of my life. Now, when I look back, my 1 month of my life was well spent. No drained energy, so motivated. How the divine grace dawns on you. Vasudeva means one who pervades everywhere. When you reach out everywhere, Lord Vasudeva, He is there in everyone. He starts dawning in you. You start drawing more energy. The secret of freedom, how to discover the freedom in your life, never live for yourself. Reach out to others. Experience the presence of Lord everywhere. That is the path of realizing. Shri Krishna, he talks about that selfish karma, move from selfish karma to selfless karma. It's the path of emancipation. Karmanya akarmaya pashyet. Karmani cha karmayah. Sabuddhiman manusyeshu. Sayukta Krishna karma krita. Karmanya akarma, one who sees action in inaction and sees inaction in action is really a wise person. Karmanya, action, though Lord doesn't do anything, everything is doing. The CEO of the company, though appears to be not doing anything, everything in the company is happening because of him. One who understands this one is the real wise person. Sa buddhiman manusyeshu sayukta krishna karma kritam. That is why in our yoga class also we talk about after every class, Naham karta hari karta. Though I did Tomorrow yoga class in Rowville is happening, 2-hour class. Though I did 2 hours of class, I did not do anything. Everything, Lord. The moment I think I am doing, then so you are not seeing the inaction in action. Shri Krishna says, though you are so engaged, not to take the credit for yourself. I am so busy, I am stressed out. Always say, I am not doing, I am not doing. That way, your mind won't pull you down. If you want to experience the freedom in your life, never say that I did that one, I am responsible. Because of me, this is running. Never take any responsibility in your life to experience the freedom. Yasya sarve samarambha
यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः
kama sankalpa varjitaha
कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः
jnanagni dagda karmanam
ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं
tamahu panditam buddha.
तमाहु पण्डितं बुधाः
Like fire of knowledge, fire jnanagni dagda karmanam, and yasya sarve kama sankalpa varjitaha. With this attitude, not to take any responsibility when you do this one, this knowledge, fire of knowledge will burn all repercussions of karma. Tyaktva karma pala sangam
त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गं
nityatripto nirashrayah
नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः
karmanyabhi pravurtopi
कर्मण्यपि प्रवृत्तोऽपि
naiva kinchit karoti saha.
नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः
Karmanyabhi pravurtopi, though engaged this way, so busy right from morning till evening, you are not doing anything because you are not taking any responsibility. The responsibility, the moment I take the responsibility, every action is a stress. I'm so worried. When I'm not taking any responsibility, though you are so busy, you are not doing anything, you are free. Nirashir yata chittatma
निराशीर्यत चित्तात्मा
tyaktva sarva parigraha
त्यक्ता सर्वपरिग्रहः
shariram kevalam karma
शारीरं केवलं कर्म
kurvan napnoti kilbisham.
कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्
The mind is free. Physically you may be engaged and physically you may be tired, but mentally always fresh. That is the key to success. Physically I may be so tired, but mentally never tired. Mind is very alert and very fresh. As we age, we don't know how to act. Since we are taking responsibility for everything, mind has become dull. Mind has become sluggish. Mind is not creative. And bodily tired, mentally tired. Here Shri Krishna says, when the mind, you are not taking any responsibility, nira asha, no selfish requirement, selfish desire, nira ashi yata chittatma, tyaktva sarva parigraha. No expectation, no attachment. Though you are shariram kevalam karma, and though physically engaged, and nothing is binding you. The secret of karma, even the top business school, they are not talking about that one. The business schools, they measure the success based on the dollar value. How quickly you improve the dollar value of your company, market share, the net asset. How much? Today is 1 billion. If you multiply into 2 billion, they call it as a super success. But Shri Krishna defines the success in other way. The super success is not confined only to the dollar value. Apart from the dollar value, are you experiencing the freedom in your life? Are you free? How are you feeling? That nobody is talking about the personal level. they only talk about the dollar level. This is a super management. Bhagavad Gita is a super management text. Even the top business school must make it as a curriculum based on in India. I spoke about this one in many schools. They want to incorporate this dimension in their curriculum. This curriculum, this dimension. Yesterday also I had spoken to Adi Shankara University for the business school MBA students. I talked about this concept. They want to hear more of these ones. Even Chandigarh University, I spoke about this one. They want their students to hear these dimensions so that they become of great managers. Purna Pramati School institution, they want to start their operations across India. They want to take this idea across to all students across India. They want to make India great. This concept, it's a must if you want to be a super leader. Great success. Gata Sangasya Muktasya
गतसङ्गस्य मुक्तस्य
Jnana Avastita Chetasa
ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः
Yajnaya Charata Karma
यज्ञयाचरतः कर्म
Samagram Praviliyate
समग्रं प्रविलीयते
Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi
ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्म हवे
Brahmagno Brahmanahutam
ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं
Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam
ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं
Brahma Karma Samadhina.
ब्रह्म कर्मा समाधिना
Shri Krishna talks about how to do this one. First of all, Brahmarpanam. Your vision should be great. You are offering, if I am going to an ordinary friend's house, I take some presents. But when you are thinking, you are doing your action not for ordinary cause, you are offering to the Supreme Lord. When you are offering to the Supreme Lord, Master of the universe, the Lord of the universe, when you are doing, so you can't do an ordinary job. You have to throw your heart and soul behind whatever you are doing. You are throwing your heart and soul, your actions are no longer ordinary. It has to be extraordinary because you are offering to the Brahmarpanam. When I am doing it for the Lord, how can I offer ordinary things? My actions must be great. I must throw my heart and soul behind my action. And Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi, my action, the whatever I am doing, offering into the Supreme Lord as a Havis, and is offering into the fire. Fire also is the Supreme Lord. Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma. My action also must be great. When I'm offering to the Lord, I'm not offering ordinary things in my life. I am offering the best of my ability. I am offering. No half-hearted approach. And you have to do. When you are doing this one, and everyone, that those who are doing, everyone experiences. I have great things to do. The time is running out. People realize when we are doing, the time is running out. I have a lot to do. And so, when the time is running out, suppose I have only 1 hour left, I try to do it quickly. Your intensity goes up. How the great achievers do, they realize their time is running out. When they realize their time is running out, so their intensity behind the action increases. When we do not realize our time is running out, we while away our time only in partying, only thinking about what is for the meal, what is for the coffee, snack. I'm so worried about that one. But great people, they realize My allocated time is coming to an end. I have a lot to achieve. When I realize that one, intensity behind my action increases. Brahmarpanam, my actions becomes great. Daivame vapare yajnam
Daivame vapare yajnam
yogina paryupasate.
yogina paryupasate
Brahmagno vapare yajnam
brahmagno vapare yajnam
yajne naivopajuhvati.
yajne naivopajukvate
Daivame, when I am doing that one, the great achievers realize I can't do myself. I have to involve, engage, motivate others, join hands, teamwork. I have to inspire. I have to, before I go, I have to pass on the baton to others. I have to pass on the baton. In Mahabharata, it talks about the story, the Pandu. The Pandu, when he was in the forest with Kunti and Madri, he saw a Siddha Purushas, a fleet of Siddha Purushas are walking, and as he was seeing, they started rising up into the sky. He wanted to follow them. They said, sorry, you can't come because you haven't passed on what you learnt to others. Without passing on the baton, you have no entry to the higher world. So, Mahabharata says, Adhyaya, Swadhyaya and Adhyapana. Learn. If you want to move to the higher level, you have to pass on. You have to committed to teaching others. That is why I have been telling others, come up, move to the other level, pass on the baton to others. If you do not pass on and go to the grave with whatever you have, you can't go to the next level. That is why I am telling other teachers also, motivating them to teach. Training the teachers to commit themselves to move to the next level. Shrotradin indriyanyanye
Shrotradi indriyananye
samyayagnishu juhvati
samyayagnishu jukvati
shabdadin vishayananya
shabdadin vishayan anya
indriyagnishu juhvati.
indriyagnishu jukvati.
The sound is there, and to receive the sound, ears are there. God has given the sound and ears. When good things are there, develop, put your ear to that sound. Do not put your ears to the wrong vibration, wrong sound, wrong gossip. I am so busy attending the party, I want to hear the gossip. I am wasting my ears. God has given the receiver and the sender is the sound. Put your receiver to the right sender so that you are enriching yourself. Do not this putting your ear to the right sender. It is called as an yajna. Develop a taste for higher hearing. Develop taste for hearing. Hearing good things in your life. Shravana is very important to the first phase of learning is developing the interest for hearing. Shravana, and then only our inner transformation happens. Inner transformation happens, begin with hearing. Start hearing repeatedly, again and again. And like playing the cassette, if you miss one line, play it back again. What did he say? Play it back. What did he say? And manana, nididhyasana. This is one yajna. Sarvani indriya karmani.
Sarvani indriya karmani.
Prana karmani chapare.
Prana karmani chapare.
Atma samyama yogagno.
Atma samyama yogagno.
Juhvati jnana deepite.
Jukvati jnana deepite.
Atma samyama, control your mind. Control your mind. Mind is very unstable. Yoga is a process of managing the mind, controlling the mind, stabilizing the mind. And Atma Samyama Yogagno, when the mind is stable, asana is a process of controlling your senses. When the mind and senses are balanced, linking the senses to the mind is another yajna. Dravya yajna, dravya yajna, tapo yajna,
द्रव्य यज्ञ तपो यज्ञ
yoga yajna tata pare,
योग यज्ञ तथा परे
swadhyaya jnana yajnascha,
स्वाध्याय ज्ञान यज्ञश्च
yataya samshita vrataha.
यथया संशित व्रता
Dravya yajna, your mobile wealth. Mobile wealth, your wealth in the pocket, it's a variable asset, fixed asset and variable asset. Your variable asset, whatever your possessions, dravya yajna, that is, offer it to the Lord. Whatever you have, be magnanimous. Jnana yajna, whatever knowledge is there, you offer it to that one. Tapo yajna, do the austerity to enrich the knowledge. Yoga yajna, do the yoga, link yourself to the higher ideals in your life. That is also yajna. Yoga, Lord Shri Krishna says, connecting myself to the higher thing, it is also yajna. Swadhyaya jnana yajnascha. Every day reflecting on the Shastras, reflecting on that one. It is also yajna, samshiti vrataha. These are the great virtues. Apane juhvati pranam.
अपाने जुह्वति प्राणं
Prana apane tata pare.
प्राणे अपानं तथा परे
Pranapana gati rudhva.
प्राणापान गतिरुद्ध्वा
Pranayama parayanaha.
प्राणायाम परायणा
And apana is exhalation. You can't exhale unless you take in. You can't give unless you have. When you have, keep on having. Without giving, you can't take more. If you want to have more, learn to give. Unless you give, you can't have. Unless whatever you learned, if you want to enrich that one, you want to have more, start teaching others. Start sharing with others. If I say I don't want to share, your learning also limited. Like if you want to have more, try to give out more. Apane juhvati pranam, prane apane tata pare. When the giving and taking are in balance, that pranayama, your personality gets balanced. Otherwise, there is no yoga in you. You are an imbalanced person. I may be going to the yoga class with an expensive yoga mat. Shri Krishna says that is not yoga. You are not balanced. You are not giving. You are only in the taking stage. You are only accumulating. You are an imbalanced person, lopsided person. Apare niyatahara.
अपरे नियताहार
Pranan praneshu juhvati.
प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति
Sarvapyete yajna vidho.
सर्वप्येते यज्ञविदो
Yajna kshapita kalmasha.
यज्ञ क्षपित कल्मषा
Others, the one is only taking. Shri Krishna says taking and giving, and Shri Krishna another one is talking about not to take anything. I am not taking anything. Try to learn to control your tongue. Your tongue is driving. I can't forego one meal. Even foregoing one meal is so difficult. Even foregoing one breakfast is so difficult. I live, my tongue dictates what to have, what dish to have. If the meal without salt, I can't take. Meal without sugar, I can't take. I say it is tasteless, I don't want to eat. My tongue dictates my personality, my mind. Shri Krishna says, control your tongue. Control your tongue, and whatever you are eating, taste residence is only for few seconds. Once it goes in, stomach doesn't have taste buds. Why worry about few seconds when it is staying in your stomach for 3-4 hours? Stomach is not complaining. and you are worried about the short duration and worry about the longer duration. What is good for you? I am so worried about the short moment of my life, forgetting about the greater implication. Eat what is good for you. Try to control your tongue. Observe fasting. Shri Krishna talks about Yajna Shishta Amrita Bhujo
यज्ञशिष्ट अमृत भुजो
Yanti Brahma Sanatanam
यान्ति ब्रह्मा सनातनम्
Nayam Lokostya Loko Asya
नायं लोकोऽस्य
Ayajnasya
यज्ञस्य
Ayajnasya
अयज्ञस्य
Kutonya
कुतोऽन्या
Kurusattama.
कुरु सत्तमा
This Brahma Sanatanam, this the different types of yajnas I talked about is an eternal science. Those who are not dedicating their life for yajna, where is the peace? There is no peace for them. Evam bahuvida evam
एवं
bahuvida
बहुविधा
yajna
यज्ञा
vitata
वितता
brahmano mukhe
ब्रह्मणो मुखे
karmajan
कर्मजान्
vidditan
विद्दितान्
sarva
सर्वान्
evam
एवं
ज्ञात्वा
ज्ञात्वा
विमोक्ष्यसे
विमोक्ष्यसे
एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा
एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा
वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे
वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे
कर्मजान् विद्दितान् सर्वान्
कर्मजान् विद्दितान् सर्वान्
एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे
एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे
एवं ज्ञात्वा understanding this one, the different types of yajnas in front of you are offering mukhe, everything yajna, you are offering everything to the Lord, whatever way. You are controlling your diet, controlling your breathing, controlling your hearing, controlling your senses, and offering the best in you, whatever it is, everything to the Lord. And karmajan sarvan eva, understanding the different types of yajna, one unshackles oneself. Shreyan dravya
श्रेयान् द्रव्या
ayam द्रव्यम ayad yajna
अयाद् यज्ञा
jnana yajna
ज्ञानयज्ञा
parantapa
परन्तपा
sarvam karma
सर्वं कर्म
akhilam partha
अखिलं पार्थ
jnane
ज्ञाने
परिसमाप्यते
परिसमाप्यते
श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद् यज्ञा
श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्यज्ञा
ज्ञानयज्ञा परन्तप
ज्ञानयज्ञा परन्तपा
सर्वं कर्म अखिलं पार्थ
सर्वं कर्म अखिलं पार्थ
ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते
ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते
higher than your material giving. I may be giving some dollar to somebody as a charity, higher than that one, enlightening people with knowledge. Knowledge is always superior to your pocket wealth. That is why even in India, even the kings used to bow down at the feet of the jnanis. They realize the limitation of the pocket wealth. Higher than that one is the jnana yajna, knowledge. Whatever you are doing, it should be done with knowledge. It should be impregnated with knowledge. Then only your action has a meaning. Otherwise, your karma will bind. If you want a freedom from your action, freedom in action, you have to infuse your karma action with knowledge. That will set you free. Without knowledge, when you try to do, it will bind you down. You higher realize that your pocket wealth has a limited application. Knowledge is far superior than that one. Tadvidhi
तद्विद्धि
प्रणिपातेन
प्रणिपातेन
परिप्रश्नेन
परिप्रश्नेन
सेवया
सेवया
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति
उपदेक्षन्ति
ते ज्ञानं
ते ज्ञानं
ज्ञानिना
ज्ञानिना
तत्त्वदर्शिनः
तत्त्वदर्शिनः
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानम्
उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम्
ज्ञानिना तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
ज्ञानिना तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
How I should understand this one? Can I read Bhagavad Gita myself and read all the text? Sri Krishna says you may be reading 100 times, 1,000 times, you won't understand. Only way to understand, bow down to the teacher, surrender to the teacher, bow down. Without Guru's grace, you won't understand. Only arrogance will go up with your self-study. If you want the knowledge to dawn in you, the path of emancipation, tad vidhi, to know that one, with to understand that one, pranipatena, offer yourself to the Lord, to the Guru, surrender to the teacher, bow down to the teacher, and follow the guidance of the teacher, not to go against that one. Pranipatena, pariprashnena, inquire from the teacher with the intention of knowing how can I unshackle myself. Inquire, pariprashnena, not out of arrogance to question the teacher. Ask the teacher, pariprashnena, please reveal it to me, sir. Please reveal it to me. Pray, and serve the teacher wherever you can. Wherever, whatever instruction teacher has given, do your best to serve the teacher. Pleased by your service, teacher may reveal the inner dimension of the knowledge. Only through service. Sevaya. That is why in Upanishad talks about students is to serve the teacher 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And in Uddalaka story also, for that person has become old. Till then, still serving. I want to know. When teacher is pleased, the teacher may reveal the inner dimension. That is why in our Shastra, it has laid lot of importance. You have to approach a teacher with humility, bow down and learn. Without that knowledge, there is no freedom in your life. Your actions will bind you, makes you helpless in your life. I will touch upon this shloka again. These 3 shlokas today we learned. Evam bahuvida yajna
एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा
vitata brahmano mukhe
वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे
karmajan vidditan sarvan
कर्मजान् विद्दितान् सर्वान्
evam jnatva vimokshase
एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे
shreyan dravya maya yajna
श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्यज्ञा
jnana yajna parantapa
ज्ञानयज्ञा परन्तप
sarvam karma akilam partha
सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ
jnane parisamapyate
ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते
tadviddhi pranipatena
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानम्
उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम्
ज्ञानिना तत्त्वदर्शिनः
ज्ञानिना तत्त्वदर्शिनः
वसुदेवसुतं देवम्
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगत्